All right, good Monday morning. How is everybody doing? Here we go. Another week, and it's a special week because, drum roll please, it's my birthday week. Yours truly is turning the big 4-0 this Saturday. How about that? But we'll start it off like any other week. Cup of coffee, tying some flies, catching up about the weekend. Um, yeah, how's everybody doing? Good morning. We do this each and every week. Tie some flies, drink some coffee, chitter chatter, talk about this and that. I will say one thing before we get going too far. I'll show this again on the camera when I get there. There was a lot of questions about my hook and hackle gauge that I got here and where I got it. Um, it came with a bunch of used fly tying stuff. When you first get into fly tying and you don't have a lot of money and you're looking for the best deals, sometimes you can come across uh, people that are just getting out of the game. You can buy a whole box of just everything, and that's what I did. Um, that and also early on, I was given a couple of boxes of stuff, which also helped. And I'm not exactly sure when or where this came up, but it was with a bunch of previously used fly tying equipment and tools and uh, material. I mean, you can if you can get a good box of stuff at the right price. I mean, you literally acquire a lifetime supply of whatever it is. A couple years ago, I was in Michigan, and I was at a fly shop that sells used stuff. They buy and sell used stuff, and I bought the box off of him, split it with my father before you know they had to peel everything out and whatnot. But anyways, back to the hook and hackle gauge. It's a Donald Dubois fly fisherman's and fly tyers gauge. It's got hook sizes, tail length for wet and dry flies, wing length for wet and dry flies, and a hackle gauge on it, and all the sizes on the hooks. We'll show it again here in a minute. Copyright Donald Dubois, 1961. Now that is an old. I mean, I don't know if they make anything like this anymore, but it served me very well. I pretty much have used it primarily for the hook size because it does show the different sizes of hooks beyond this unit. This will give me, the size of the hook, but this will also give me the length, and this works out a little bit better for sizing hackle, I think. Although it is significantly different. Well, then again, I don't know where you. I've never really measured hackle with this one, to be honest. I've always used this one because it's got the pin on it, and it's a little bit easier to see. Um, but I did look it up. I did find one on eBay. So if you want to be like All Tied Up Fly Tying School, if you want to be like me with a 1961 hook and hackle gauge, uh, check out eBay, or just keep your eyes on the prize. Keep your eyes open. So yeah, it's a good thing. And then I also have this. This actually came with it too. This is my dial 0 for help. Do not accept candy or do not accept candy or rides from strangers. Distributed by the Police Officers Federation of Minneapolis. Boy, if candies and rides were still our only problems these days, that'd be a good thing. But dial 0 for help. This predates the 911 system here in the United States. I know we have a international audience, so hello outside of the US. So dial 0 for help. What do you dial on your phone for help? Here in the United States, we dial 911. 411 if you got questions. I don't know. But let's go ahead, spin around, and tie some flies. What do you say? Good morning, Steve. And we got the smart mouth in the house. Good morning. All right, let's do this. Let's spin around, tie some flies. I got a couple of ideas. Like always, I have a couple of ideas, but I never have the full plan laid out in front of me, which I don't know. I think is a good thing. I wanted to do this on kink hammer hook. Let's beef up the light. Bink. When my light is on while I'm talking to you with the other camera facing the other way, it gives me a really bad, a little bit too much backlight. Let's see. Let's go. I think I'm going to go size 14 or 12s. 12s and 14s. Because those are the sizes of the kink hammer hooks that we got. So let's get things started. We got the vise. We'll start off with the 12 and then maybe we'll size down if we feel that's going to be appropriate. All right. I've become a fan of the kink hammer hooks. I really like the looks of it. All right, in Germany, it's 110 for the police or 112 for ambulance and fire. Huh, good to know. Good morning, Dewey. From North Wales. We like North Wales. What do you dial when you need to call for help? We were just talking about that. 911 here in the United States, 110 or 112 in Germany. I'm trying to zoom in the camera a little bit. That's what I was flipping over here to do. Let's zoom in a little bit more, and then we'll move the vise over just a little bit. All right, now let's get this going. All right, it all starts with some thread. Let's go with, we'll start with this olive. Give this a try. Olive 1/0 in the Vivus. All right, we're going to build a small head up front. All right, and I have this bag. It's labeled Coachman Brown, and it's just a bag of loose leaf hackle. Just a bag of hackle. Let's go ahead and dig in, see if we can't find something about the right size. We'll check our. So these hackles, I think, are going to do us. So this is a super fine hackle. It's not a wet fly hackle. It's kind of a dry fly. At least that's the area that I keep it in the drawer with other various dry fly hackles. So we'll give this a try. What do you think? Here we go. 999, I think. Yeah. Let's go ahead and check our watches. I'm going to use the hackle pliers on this one because it's kind of tiny. trying to keep this relatively simple. Uh-oh, let go. Clean this up a little bit. I think we're going to end up trimming. Sometimes you can get away with just folding it forward. Sometimes the shears come out. Alright, and that's all I'm going to do for that. Alright, so now here's my crazy idea. So the last few days I've been having fun with foam, and I've got these little bits of foam. It's just, I literally this morning I sat down, I'm trying to think of what am I going to tie, and I see all these little bits of foam scraps laying around, and I'm going to tie this in. Actually, I'm going to fold it over once. Might be a little bit too big. I think that'll do us. Maybe a little bit further forward. I was thinking about just doing a little foam loop. And then a little bit of dub. Didn't give much thought as to what dub we want to use. Let's go... What do we think would look good with this? I'm digging through my dub. I think this looks pretty. This is a UV. This is from the Fly Tyers Dungeon. It's a UVX ET dub smallmouth gold. And we'll just touch on a little wax. A little bit of wax. And a little dabble W. I like this color. I think it's pretty. Kind of with this olive thread backing it. Maybe. Maybe not. There we go. And then you know what? We can just whip finish right behind that all. Oh, whatever that did. I think we're going to do that again. It slipped. 2, 3. I think we might need a little bit bigger hackle. But I don't know. What do you think? Are we on to something? I think we continue down this rabbit hole. I'll tie a few of these up and throw them in the box. Let's see here. Spinning around, checking out. Oh, I've seen the. I was able to, in reference to the hackle gauge, I did find the original information. But yeah, that'd be cool. Made a copy and had it laminated. Cool. What do we think of that fly? I think what else could we do? I think maybe we could just I don't know. I like it. I wonder how it would swim. I don't have my bowl of water with me. I just have a cup of coffee. Pickles. Well, let's try another one. What did we do? Size 12 on that? I think we'll stick with the 12s. We'll hang this on the rack. Maybe just a little bit smaller with the here, we'll do our zoom in with the piece of cork. Put a cork in it. There we go. We'll bring this all the way up. Move the vise back. Yeah, maybe just a little bit more dub. A little bit more dub, kind of fore and aft of the little bit of foam, I think. Let's give this another try. Alright, again, these are kink hammer hooks. These are size 12s. These are Moonlets ML059ers. Here's some more just kind of scrap foam. That is all, nothing fancy about it. Alright, let's go ahead and start our thread again. Again, I'm using that 10-aught black, not black. I'm all sorts of off today. Had a late night last night. See, on my phone, I keep my I have a police scanner app, and whenever things kind of spike in the area, I get notifications on my phone. And yesterday afternoon, I got to watch a whole bunch of stuff go down, and then listen to it, and then watch it all go down on YouTube last night. It's tough to watch. Won't go into that. It's just been a day, but we're here to recharge, refresh, rejuvenate. This hackle is just a little bit bigger out of this bag. It's a Coachman Brown. See, this is way oversized. I think this was just be way too big. Yeah, let's find one a little bit smaller. This one looks a little bit better. Yeah, let's try this one. Get rid of some of that backing. We got our head is made. Sometimes I forget to make the head. Sometimes I also forget that I can use my hackle pliers. Grab a pinch on that, and then I can fold everything back. Gotta be careful, because if you pull too tight, you just strip the fibers. And that's no good for nobody. Alright, let's give this a tie-in. Whoop. There we go. It's amazing how much better things work with tension in the system. Good morning, brother. How are you doing? Happy Monday. Enjoying another day in paradise, I presume. Alright, let's time it is when you hear the ding ding. Yeah, this is just a little bit bigger than that last batch of hackle. Sometimes you just gotta send it and see what happens. We're gonna go all the way. I'm just gonna find that stem, give that a trim, get that out of there. We'll fold the whole lot forward. Bada boom, bada bing, we got a thing. Alright, I like it. Alright, a little bit of foam. Let's see here. I think I like that. And then I think we can just add our little bit of dub. What did we think of that? I also got a whole bunch of this Canada Brown leech. It looks almost the same. Yeah, we'll go with that. UVX ET dub. Smallmouth gold. Go for the gold, they say. And I'm going to do a little bit of dubbing in front and then carry it into the back, into the body just a little bit. I'm not going to bother with any wax this time, just to see what happens. We waxed it up last time. This time we're going to forego the wax. See what happens. Little dabble dub, little bits. Less is more or less. All right, we're going to go behind. That's where we're going to finish. I like that. Let's go ahead and finish this off. 1, 2, 3. We'll do that once more, just because we're whip finishing all the way in the back end. Well, I think we've come a long way. What happened here? I think I used 2 different size hooks. I think I went with the... Which one was the first one? I think I did in the 14 or 12. I think I did the first one in the 12 and the second one's in a 14. So the left one we just tied. Ooh, you know what we could do is almost maybe a little bit of something bright on the back end. Maybe a little red. Alright, we'll try one more. Sip of coffee. I'm drinking some of that Wisconsin Gold from fly shop out in Wisconsin. All right, we'll take this back down. I think I kind of liked it in the 14. Let me just confirm here. So that was 14. This must have been 12. 12s and 14s. Morning, Paul. Let's go with our thread. All right, start with our little head up front. All right, I'm kind of digging this hackle so far. So we're going to keep on keeping on with it. So we got to find just the right hackle. I think this will do us. It's a little bit longer. I like it. It could be a little bit too big. See, one of the sides I'm looking at is the bottom. Sometimes you can't really tell. Yeah, see, this is all the way up into the size 6. I don't want all the way up into the size 6 category, so we'll just keep digging for just the right one. We're a lot closer with this one. Let's give this one a try. What do you think? Sounds like a plan. Alright, that'll get her going. You know what time it is. It was so promising. So promising. We'll try a different one. That is the downside of tying things in by their tips. You know what? Let's not tie this one in by its tip. Let's tie this one in by its business end. We'll give this a try. We'll see what happens. It's a stiff hackle. I got the top side of the feather facing forward, so we'll see how she wants to bend and twist. I think that's where she's going to end up. Because what this does is this ends up leaving the shorter hackle on top and that longer hackle up front. Alright, third time's the charm, right? The thing is I like this brown. And it's a case of I got a big bag of it, so I want to use it. Alright, here we go. Third time's the charm. Let's try it. All we can do is try, right? Alright. What do you guess this one works for us? Got a lot of wasted hackle out of this bag, but if you don't use it, you lose it, right? I mean, just because you have a lifetime supply of anything doesn't necessarily mean it's going to weather well over the ages. It is a natural material, and all natural materials eventually decay and decompose, I suppose. But then again, it's prepared. Oh, I hope we didn't lose it. You know, it's preserved, so you know, if synthetic stuff can go rotten, you know, your plastics and rubbers. Who's had a batch of rubber legs that were no good? I have. Well, we could just leave that as is and that would be a decent fly. Alright, a little bit of foam. You know, this is just a tiny little sliver. For 2 millimeter craft foam. We'll just fold that over and give her a trim. Always get a wrap just around the bare shank. Helps it so much. Alright, so we'll do a little dab of this brown dub again. This UVX ET Smallmouth Gold. This is going to be our collar. Here we go. Alright, we don't want to go too far with that. Okay, we wanted to do a little something a little bit brighter on the back end. So let's find something. Here's some lavender. Let's give that a try. This is lavender starburst. Starburst Fibers lavender. I'll give this a little pinch, just for a little something in the back end. Give it a little something. do like a little bit of that in there. Alright, let's just throw the whip finish on there and call that a thing. Do that once. See, the trick is with the whip finish at the back end of the fly, so watch that tip of that hook. That'll reach out and grab you. I think we're getting closer here. But I think I'm going to nick that little bit of contrasting color in the back end. I'll pull this one out. I think I was tying those in 12s earlier. I think that's what we did. But maybe just a little bit more in the back end. Either that or I just need to throw a little red thread in the back. What do you think? A little bit of red thread in the back. Or do I just tie with a red thread? Red head, red tail. What do you think? I think it needs a little red spot in the butt. So here's our first one. We didn't do anything. Let's go back. Let's revisit this one. Because we did not add anything on the butt. But what I do have is this fluorescent red solar as color. So maybe we can drop a little dop just right underneath there. And the thing is I don't want to add too much because I don't want to impede on the hook gap there. The less you can do to impede the hook gap, the better it is. Come in here carefully and just give that a little drop. I think that's going to be the winning ticket. It's almost like a little lightning bug butt. Now, how long will that last? I don't know. Yes, good morning, Sam. I apologize. I was going to get back to you. The sets that I have, I really don't want to split them up. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to forward you Dave's email, and he'll be able to get you whatever bobbin you need directly. How about that? Cut me, the middleman, right out of the picture. And that's okay. Because what I have right now are matching sets, and if I split the set up, then I'm stuck with a whip finish and a bodkin. And when I first started All Tied Up Fly Tying School, my website, I had a whip finish tool out there on the website, and it literally just sat there for 3-4 years and never sold. And I believe I included it in a giveaway or something not that long ago. So I will definitely get back to you as soon as we're done with this live stream. with a little hot spot on the back end. Maybe we'll add that before we... All right, we're getting somewhere. See, I'm a lot better at doing live streams and YouTube videos than I am being a quote-unquote business. Because believe it or not, there's not much money to be made in fly tying YouTube videos. All right, what did we do? Oh yeah, we're just sticking with those 14s. Oh, we'll stick with the 12s. We'll go up to the 12s. I don't know, this hook looks so big, but it's interesting when a size 12 and a size 14 hook, you feel the difference in your hand, and you just go, man, that just feels it just feels bigger. So this time, before we do anything, we're going to add our little hot spot on our back end. And this is fluorescent red again. We'll just add that, paint that right on the back end of the hook. And this way we get it all the way around. Right at the bend. I think that'll work. What do you think? It's going to be fantastic. Alright, we'll gotta set it and forget it. We'll try not to rush this UV process. That's one of the things I really noticed in a lot of other fly tying videos. It's they flash it on 1, 2, 3, and then boom, they're done with it. You really gotta take your time. I mean, I get that it's a UV resin and it's supposed to work fast, but you gotta actually give it time to work. I mean, cars are fast, but you still got to take your time on the interstate, or not, I guess. All right, so we got our little hot spot integrated in the back end already. My bobbin's really tight, and if I pull down too much, too soon, too fast, too far forward, you end up with a sideways hook. And for the generality of things, we try to avoid bending our hook completely sideways, unless that's the look you're going for. So this is my little stash of Coachman Brown. As they say. All right, here we go. Nice and clean. All right, 50-50 shot, whether it works. Speaking of 50-50, so USB cables, your good old standard USB, your big ones, not the ones on your phone, necessarily, but you're just your standard USB. There's a top and there's a bottom. Right? You have a 50-50 shot of getting it right when you go to plug it in, whether it's oriented or not. Right? 50-50. So why is it I get it wrong 100% of the time? I say that because every time I come in here to do my live streams, I have to plug in my USB camera and the microphone headset. Well, the camera is actually a USB C, 3C, whatever. All right. Kind of digging that. Yeah, it's like the one on the back of my phone. But I don't know. I was plugging in the uh, headset, which is just a standard USB cable, and it's just like, why? Why do I get this wrong every time? How? How do I get this wrong every time? So we'll just take our little sliver of foam. Fold that over and we'll tie that in. I started on the near side of the hook and let it roll up and over. Yeah, I like that. All right. And we're digging on that. I like that hackle thus far. Not the hackle, but the dubbing. I like that kind of a smallmouth gold. And we got our hot spot taken care of right off the bat. So all we need to do is a little dab dub. Less is more or less. Nice tight little dubby noodle. Do our little body back here. And that's going to be it. That's going to be it. We'll lay our whip finish in between the hot spot and our little bit of foam. Man, this is nice. This is nice. I think we finally got there with this one. What? I don't know why. I do that with my printer. Yeah, I'm glad you like this fly. It's definitely, it's new. I'm sure there's things similar out there, but I don't know. Just having that little loop back there, I don't know. I think the loop kind of reminds me of the green weenie. All right, my fly tying elders, you guys might have seen a green weenie before. Yeah, I think that this checks a lot of boxes for me. Let's go in for the close up. Let's go in for the close up. And I think it was a good idea doing the hot spot first to just kind of get that out of the way. And you know what? I think I might go with a black thread. I might switch out of the olive and just go black. Let's give that a try. We'll switch threads. That way we'll get a nice black head up front. And then it goes black, brown, light brown, bright green, bright red. I think so. And I did that on a 12, even though it felt big. It felt big for a small hook. Alright, hot spot first. I want to move my bobbin around. Actually, no, I don't have a... I'm looking for a bobbin. Where is that packed up, put up? No, here we go. It's just making sure I could find what I was looking for. Alright, let's do our hot spot first. A lot easier to do before we get all the stuff on. It's a little dab on the Mr. Bodkin, and we'll just add a little drop right there to the back end. Set it and forget it. Yeah, that really doesn't impede too much into the helps. Yeah, it does help stand up the loop a little bit. I like it. And that way I can't forget to do it, because it's the first thing I did. So as much as I want to get out this afternoon and go try this fly, we're expecting 1 to 3 inches of snow. And as much as I want to pretend to be surprised, like I said early on, this is my birthday week. And whenever I see snow, I always say, well, it's not my birthday yet, so... Alright. We'll dig out our hackle. That's too big. A lot of this hackle seems to be, like, it would be pretty good for maybe a size 8 or something. Yeah, this works. Just sometimes you need a double verification. Get rid of some of that. Give us our handle. And when I'm tying these in, I'm tying them in bottom side in. Top side out. All right, let's give this a try. Let's give it a try. Dope. All right, we'll try it again. We'll pick out another feather. That one had just slipped out, but I don't want to try to retie that in. We'll go with a new one. All right, here we go. Too much tension. Arms are getting tired. I can feel it. I can feel it in my shoulders. What I need to do is I need to remember to put my elbows down. Hey, Steve, thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week. Well, hopefully we'll see you this Wednesday. I have no idea what we're going to tie this Wednesday. I really liked that triangle bug. Pretty easy to tie. You know, like I said during that live stream, it's not a beauty queen. It's not a pretty fly. It's a 100% utility fly designed to just be mass produced and catch fish. All right, here we go, meow. All right, we're getting there. That's right where it broke last time, didn't it? I won't let this one defeat me. We're already invested in this fly. We've got our hot spot made. What can I say? At this point, I'll just be happy if any of these stick. I'm definitely getting less picky on my hackle. And I need to put my elbows down. I'm trying to I don't know. It just doesn't seem to be working for me this time. It's partially me, partially the tying it in by the tips. All right. Let me just get one ding. All right, let's try this. Nice and easy, Ron. Don't biff it. Keep that hackle. Keep the hackle hackling. Let's go one more. Not going to worry about that little bit of fibers underneath. All right, let's get our little bit of foam. And this is just foam scraps. I mean, I'm not cutting anything specific for this. This is literally just some scraps, little thin slivers of little foam. I can actually just break it. This one could go just a little bit more. I'm going to grab a different piece. Fold that in half, get our size. Alright, give it a pinch and I tie it on the near side. And I let it kind of roll up and over. That one just is a little bit too big. Let's take a little bit off. I think that'll work. A little dab of dub. Again, this is our UVX ET dub, smallmouth gold. But I don't think the fish care what it's labeled. Squeak. Squeak, squeak goes the bobbin. Squeak, squeak. Oh, dab a dub. Less is more or less. I think that's us right there. And we'll do that once more. Here we go. I think we got ourselves a winner here. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this floats. It'll be interesting to see how this fishes and swims. But I can see it doing fairly well. We could also see about just kind of key that off with a little bit of Velcro. Maybe not Velcro, but see about picking that on a little bit. I don't know. It's a thing. My coffee cup's dry. That's what I do know. And we went a little bit long. Eek. Well, we didn't go long, but it is what it is. We're all here because we're not all there. That's what I do know. All right. Well, I think we're going to leave it at that. Actually, we'll bump that camera over to there and get to there. That screen. I like that screen. Get him into frame. And thank you all for watching. Yeah, be safe out there, folks. That's all I can say. It's a lot of things happening. So as you get out there in the world, just keep your eye open and take care of your fellow man and woman and everything in between. So yeah, hopefully you'll join me this Wednesday. What is that, the 14th? We'll be tying something in the evening. Don't know yet, but it'll be fun. All right, until then, or until next week, until next time, thank you for watching. Please stay healthy, everybody. Please stay safe. Happy tying. Yeah, sure, you betcha. Tight lines. Peace.